Hi everyone, welcome to Bad Barry's Bar. I'm Bad Barry and this is my bar, as you know. Well, 2 days to Christmas. I hope you've got all your cards written, all the parcels done up and you're ready to go. Well, same in our household. It's been a usual madhouse. I'm amazed at how many people are lining up everywhere in the stores. Talk about, getting the virus. My goodness me, this is a good mixing point for it before Christmas. Anyway, stay safe, wear your masks over Christmas. Don't drink too much. Well, I've got a couple of stories for you tonight. And the first one concerns some nuns in a convent. And the Mother Superior wanted to sort of test out her nuns to make sure that they were, on the right track and they were following the good Lord and so on. So she spoke to the first one and she said, now, you've been a nun for several years with us. She said, and being a nun, she said, what would you really like to be? What's your ambition? What would you really like to be as a nun? This nun thought about it and she said, well, Mother, she said, I would love to be like Mother Teresa, to do so much good to all the poor people in the world. She said, that would be a wonderful, wonderful feeling and I would feel that I'm doing God's work. Mother Superior said, that's fine. So she said to the second one, and what would you like to be? She said, well, I would like to be like Nurse Nightingale in the First World War, who was one of the first nurses, and she went and took care of all the poor wounded soldiers and gave them comfort and help. And she did a great, great job. I'd love to be like her and help people. Mother Superior said, that's fine. She said to the one, what about you? She said, I'd like to be Sara Pepperlini. And the Mother Superior said, Sara Pepperlini? Who's that? She said, oh, she's famous. The Mother Superior said, I've never heard of her. And the nun said, let me show you. So she went to her closet and she came back with a newspaper. And the big headline on the paper, there it said, Sahara pipeline laid by 60 men in 3 months. So much for our good nuns, huh? Well, while we're on the subject of religion, our Pope was suffering from a really bad sickness. He had terrible stress, nothing relieved it, and he was really going downhill very fast. So he had his physicians in, they came and checked him out, tried him with medications, didn't do any good. He was just sinking. They didn't want to lose him because he was a great Pope. So after the consultation, one of them went and saw him and he said, your problem is, a lot of this is terrible mental stress that's screwing you up. He said, and there's only one answer to this. He said, you've got to have sex with a woman. And the Pope said, but I'm the head of the Catholic Church. I can't possibly do that. And they said, well, you've got to think, are you more valuable to the church, or is it worth having sex or just fading away? It's your choice. He said, look, we'll leave you overnight with it and tell us in the morning what your decision is. So the physicians went away, you see, and the Pope thought about this and he prayed about it. So the next morning when the physician came in, he said, now, have you thought about it? And the Pope said, well, I've given it a lot of consideration. I've said my prayers, he said, and I think that at the end of the day, the good Lord would like me to have sex, if that means that I'm going to recover and I can preach to all my congregation again. He said, but I'll do it. He said, but it's under 4 conditions. And the doctor said, well, what are the 4 conditions? He said, well, when you bring a woman in, first of all, she's got to be blind so that she doesn't know that she's in the Vatican. He said, okay, we can arrange that. What's the second condition? He said, the Pope said, well, she's got to be deaf. So if she hears the priest and that talking, she won't know she's in the Vatican. The surgeon said, we can do that. What's the third thing? He said, third thing is she's got to be dumb. So if she hears anything, she can't talk about it afterwards. So everything's still a secret. Said, nobody will know she's been with me. And the surgeon said, we can do that. What's the fourth thing? He said, big tits. Well, he's only human. Okay, folks, well, that's it for today. As I said before, wear your mask, have a great Christmas, and hope to see you back again after Christmas. Bye.